Gantt charts are visual tools to describe the life cycle of a project. They help you answer the question, what is left to do and what tasks do we need to do to accomplish the project and finish on time? This charting activity was invented by Henry Gantt in the early 1900s, and it's used extensively by engineers as they plan and execute all sorts of engineering projects. If you think about a project has a defined beginning and end, as well as a defined set of deliverables. And with those concrete bits of information, you can create a visual chart that will show you exactly what needs to be done and how it is that you're going to complete your project on time and under budget. This is an example of a Gantt chart. It visually represents the time required to do all of the tasks in your project, as well as when it is that you will do each of those tasks. Here in the left-hand column, you see a list of tasks. These tasks are ordered roughly in the order that you will accomplish them. Some of the tasks are subdivided into subtasks. As you think about generating a task list for your project, you should remember that at the university level, for projects that are accomplished in the course of a semester or a year, that tasks should take between 6 and 20 hours. As you see across the top, we have a time scale. The Gantt chart shows from the very beginning of the project to the very end of the project. And the time scale can be discretized by day, week, or month. It really depends on the overall length of your project. If the project is a 2-week-long project, you will probably discretize by day. But if it's a project that goes for an entire year, you may decide to discretize by week or by month. The main information contained on the Gantt chart is represented by bars. These bars represent the time period when a team is working on a particular task. So the bar is drawn next to the task, and the beginning of the bar is when the team is planning to start working on that particular task, and the end of the bar represents when the team will complete that particular task. So despite the fact that the bar might show a team working on a particular project over the course of 3 or 4 days, it's unlikely that that team is going to be working full-time on that task for those 3 or 4 days. So there's an additional piece of information that can be included in a Gantt chart, which is the hours. So if you think about a particular task, you might know that you're going to work on it over the course of 3 days, but it may actually only take you 4 hours to complete. Many Gantt charts will put a column next to the tasks where a team can enter the hours that it will take to accomplish a task. Milestones represent a single point in time where there is a deadline. This deadline might be a deadline for a class, a meeting with your boss, or a time when a report is due. Usually, all activities in a Gantt chart prior to that milestone deadline need to be completed prior to that deadline. In this Gantt chart, a milestone is represented with a diamond, but it can be represented in a variety of ways depending on the software package chosen. Often you will see the bars on this chart color-coded. This color coding can actually mean a variety of things. In some cases, people will use color coding to represent the stage they are in the progress of their project on the Gantt chart. Bars might be colored in green to represent tasks that have been finished, and in blue, tasks that are still in progress. Color might also be used to represent the type of task. So if you think about all of the tasks and divide them up into categories such as software design, prototype building, or report writing, you might use different colors to represent those different tasks. The use of color is somewhat software dependent. In summary, Gantt charts are visual tools that are used widely in the field of engineering to plan and manage projects. Teams that make good use of this project planning tool are the most likely to be effective. Gantt charts will answer the question, what is left for success? And remember that Gantt charts are living documents, and they can and should be modified as you find that your project team is ahead or behind. Ben Franklin once said, "If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail."